Hey everyone, Sam here. Today I'm going to show you how I edit my videos slash vlogs. Now, I have done a few attempts of this. I've had to restart because I really kind of jumbled up my words. So I'm going to try and not do that. So I'm going to try and do this all in one take this time. So anyways, the software I use to edit my videos is Adobe Premiere Pro. The way I got access to it was through, like my college email, because we use this at our college. This can be a very expensive software, but I'm able to use it for free because of my college. Well, free and legally, thank goodness. So anyways, I'll click New Project, and then we've got the name. You can name it anything really, so I'm just going to name mine that, so that's going to be the name of a project. Anyways, down here we've got the location, which is where, when you save the project, where it will be saved to. So yeah, I have it saved to my college work folder in the video editing folder within that folder. But if you want to select the folder, just click browse, and you can just navigate to where you would want to save the file. So yeah, save the document. So yeah, then you've got renderer. I'm going to use this one because that's for my GPU. It's got CUDA because NVIDIA and CUDA cores. You probably don't know what that is. If you don't even know what a GPU or graphics card is, don't worry about it. If you only have OpenGL, that's fine. That'll probably be faster than software only. Now, it may not always work. It might be a bit. It might be a bit buggy for you, it might have a few issues. I know at our college when we were using the OpenGL renderer, it basically showed visual artifacts that are all orangey, purple, well they're all purpley and green. They weren't really orange, but yeah, it made the footage look really weird, so you can use this. Now this isn't going to be as fast as a OpenGL renderer, I don't think, but it should remove any visual artifacts. So yeah. I've got these things, not sure what they are, not sure what any of this is, so just skip over that. We'll click OK, and it will create the document. So here you've got the timeline. Now on the timeline, that's basically how all the footage is going to be arranged in your videos, I would say. So what moment in time it will appear, hence the name timeline, and you can basically stack footage on top of each other. But I'll get more into that in a bit. Here you've got the, in the media class we call this the bin, but basically this is where you put all your video footage that you want to use within your videos, where you can basically just drag it over onto the timeline. More on that later. Here, this is basically the little window where you can do many things here, whether it be changing variables of the videos, having different effects. If you choose different things up here, like color, it will change it here as well. So this is basically where you do a lot of, editing. You change variables and stuff. But yeah, that's not really important at the moment. Yeah. Oh, hang on, what have I done? I shouldn't be clicking around randomly. Anyway, so yeah, you've got this section here, which is basically the footage and the, this is where you view the footage on the timeline, so all the footage that's been edited. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, so normally I drag footage into here from my File Explorer. Normally I drag them over, one at a time, so videos, images, etc. Audio files, all that really. I'm going to drag a bunch over just so I don't end up wasting all of your time. But some of these files are incompatible and I'm going to get an error message for it, like I got earlier in the other recordings that I restarted. Yep, told you. So normally what I'll do is here, sometimes I just drag it straight onto the timeline. So let's get some audio. Let's drag the audio for my different types of moving images video. So that'll be on the timeline. As you can see, it's down here. I think this is just me saying thanks for watching. Yeah, it is. Okay, you know what? Click this one over.
Different types of moving images.
So yeah, that's different types of moving images. So yeah, that's on the timeline now. So as you can see, like when I first play,
different types of moving images.
Moves, and when the cursor moves, you know, it's the moment of time in the video. So now that we've got our audio in, let's get some video footage. So anyways, the way, and yeah, I'll drag some over and explain afterwards. So the way it works is, you know, we've got video up here, we've got audio down here. Now, as you can see, I put like a block up here. What is this? Well, this little block here is like more footage. I describe this, you have different layers. So layers and so yeah, you have like this up here. As you see, it's above this bit. This bit of footage is above this bit of footage. So this is the top layer, and this is the bottom layer. So you have different layers when essentially editing videos. And what's on the top layer will be seen first, and what's on the bottom layer will be seen underneath. So there's that.
Talking about different types.
If I drag this above it, we won't see that. If I drag that beneath, you can see it's in the layer above. So yeah. Now if I want to essentially cut footage, what I'll do is I will hit C on my keyboard. Well, sometimes I just click here, but I'm going to press C on my keyboard this time, and I'll click where I want to cut the footage. As you can see, I've cut it now, so I can. These are two separate bits of footage now. They're not one and the same anymore. What I'll normally do is I will, if I want to get rid of a bit or cut a bit out of the footage, I'll just cut both of them, and then I'll have this, and I'll press back, and that will delete it. And now as you can see, there's a bit of a jump in the footage. I'm not sure if you can see that clearly there. Okay, if I cut a bit more off, maybe it will be more noticeable.
Types of moving images.
As you can see, she gets closer, so you can basically cut the footage into. Now, if I basically wanted to, like, another way of trimming footage down is I can click on the end of it, then drag it along, and as you can see, I've basically trimmed that, and you can use that as a way of cutting down footage. You can pull it back, but you can even, yeah, you can also have footage overlap other footage. Now this will delete the bit of footage you put it on top of, but oh wow, yeah. Okay, now it's going on about there being different effects here. So if I click, where is it? Okay, hang on. Okay, so it's showing what I want to show. Okay, so this is like the unedited like footage here. As you can see, it's not edited, so that's just this video here basically. And then we've got this here, which is like all the footage on the timeline, as I said before.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk.
As this heads over the this bit of footage here, you'll see it appear, which is the office. This image of, so it's an image of an office, but it'll work with video as well.
About different types of moving images.
It appears like that far in, and as you can see on this video, it does not appear at all because that's this is the unedited footage. This is the edited footage. I'm probably repeating myself a lot. I'm sorry, but yeah. Now, the way I add text on the screen is I'll click the text box here, or I'll press T on my keyboard, and I'll highlight the area of the screen where I want there to be text. And now there's like text here, so I place the text box. That's how I usually go about putting text in my video. Another thing I want to touch upon here would be keyframes. So if I come under effects here and I click here, as you can see, we've got the image of this office. Now with keyframes, what keyframes are is, the way I describe them is you're essentially setting points in your videos. So you set one point somewhere and you'll set another point somewhere, and you'll change variables that will either make the image bigger or smaller over time. I'm not very good at explaining it, so I'll just demonstrate. So I'll place down a scale keyframe for this bit of footage here, which is the office. And I will essentially drag the timeline thing along, and I will click, I'll add a keyframe here, and I'll edit the variables. As you can see, scale makes this image bigger or smaller. You've got position as well, which will change the image's position. So this is up, down, this is left, right. You've got opacity as well, which basically is how see-through it is. You've got rotation, bet no one can guess what that does. And yeah, you've got that other effect. I'm not sure what anchor does. Okay, that's just another left-right thingy. You've got anti-flick. I'm not sure what anti-flicker does. I mean, that's really irrelevant. But anyways, as you can see where I set 2 keyframes, the variables here.
Talking about different types of moving images.
And I'll mute that just so it's easier to hear what I'm saying, hear my incoherent rambling. As you can see, it gets bigger and this variable changes because I've set 2 different keyframes between 2 different points. So here the keyframe was set at 100. It was at 100 when I first set the keyframe, and over here I changed the value on this other keyframe to 162, and as you can see next to scale, that variable goes up while the video plays, so it gets bigger. That's really interesting. Now in my videos on hazards in the workplace and different types of moving images, you probably noticed how the text appeared when I was speaking. You're probably wondering how I did that. Well, I've got to unmute this. I will show you. So basically, whenever I said a word, I would. So if I said the word "the," I would basically type the word "the," and if I said laptop, after that I would pause it, then I'd type the word laptop in, so it'd be the laptop as I say the laptop. You know what? I'll show you. I'll show you so it's easier to understand what I mean.
Hello everyone.
So as you heard there, I said hello. So we'll go up here and we'll type in hello. We'll make the text bigger because it's really small and it's hard to see. So click this little arrow here, and here you can change where the text goes. You can change the size of the text. You can change the different font. So we'll do moon because that's what I used in my hazards in the workplace and different types of moving images video. Down here you've got all the different font types. You've got, I think that's bold, you've got italics, you've got, I'm not sure what that one's called, but it seems to make it pushes the words together. That seems to make it smaller, even smaller, smaller but lower. Oh yeah, and underlined. Here you've got the different colours of the text. So if we wanted it to be green, we just come here, we select green, and look at that, it's green. We've also got a stroke, which is basically an outer layer, and you can change the how visible the outer layer is here, which is how I got the black outline around some of the text. You can add a background to it, which I haven't messed around with. This is new to me, but apparently you can add a background behind the text, which is cool. You've got a shadow, which basically just adds a shadow to the background of the text. I'm not entirely sure. I guess that adds a shadow, but I'd probably need to mess around with that more for it to be more visible. Anyways, there we go. We've got our text. It says hello.
Hello everyone.
I know there's a way where you can like set points while the video plays, so you'll be like, hello, you press a key, you'll set a point there on the timeline, you press everyone, you press the key so that it's of everyone, it will have a point there, and it makes it easier to like know where I like say a word so I can like add text to it, but yeah, I'm going to do it the way I've been doing it all this time, which is essentially just hovering over it on the timeline, then pausing, then typing the word in. A bit a tedious method, but you know, it works, and I seem to be getting on well with it, so yeah.
Hello everyone. Hello.
Then, okay, now that it says everyone, I will usually cut the text, and now go text, now type in everyone.
Different types of moving images. Hello everyone. Today.
Yeah.
Hello everyone.
Normally it's a bit more precise than that, but yeah, there we go. That's how I do that, which is interesting. Yeah, what else could I show off? I mean, I showed the different. I explained the different effects here. I mean, actually, yeah, I showed them as well. I remember. You've got color. I never messed around with color, to be honest, but you can probably imagine what color does. Where is it? I can't find color. Okay, hang on. Is it here? Okay, no. I thought I had that a color wheel where you could like edit the different effects, but you know what? We're not going to get into that. Anyways, now that I've done that, I'm going to show you how I go about exporting my videos. Okay, automatically save them, cool. So normally I will save a copy of a document. We'll just save that. You know what, I'll just replace it. Why not? Okay, got export, we've got media here, and this is how, so I go to export my media, which I'm repeating myself again. You go down to export, come on, export media. Is it going to pop up? Now sometimes it takes a while, so we'll just wait. Okay, it's taking a little while. Here we go. That took a little while longer than I wanted it to, but oh well. You've got the different formats here, which is basically a different the different formats the files will be saved as. Here we've got H.264, which is basically a video format that is compatible with MP4. I'm not entirely sure how it works. You've got GIF, which is basically just an animated image, and you've got VMP, which is a bitmap image. Yeah, so a lot of these are image formats, but I mean, you obviously don't want to export something in Premiere Pro as an image. That would be a bit silly. So we'll just stick to H.2. Actually, no, I can explain some of this. You've got H.265, which is at a higher bit rate than H.264, but it's a lot more graphically intensive and no one uses it. Like maybe in the future we'll start using this one more, but completely unnecessary. You've got this one for Blu-ray, not sure what that is, so you know what, we'll just leave it at H.264. Down here we've got all different I guess like settings and how it's going to be like exported. So you've got the resolution here, you've got the frame rate here, you've got the fine thingy here. Now, normally you can just leave all of this as, you know, to like match the source. So like at like actually no, it's 4K. Yeah, but like you can go in here and change it if you want to be at a lower or higher resolution. So if you want to be at 1080p, you can just do 1920 by, yeah, okay, it guessed it for me. 1080, I was about to say that. Yeah, so like, I don't know, if you don't know any resolutions, just like Google them. It will show you like the different sizes of resolution, which is basically how many pixels are on the are within the video. Which, I mean, the more pixels you have, the more intense it's going to be. Here you've got like the frame rate, which is basically how many single images make up the video within a second. I'll describe that as. And here we've got it set to 25. I'll set it to a smooth 60. I'm not sure what build finder is or aspect, so we'll leave those. You've got a hardware encoder, which, okay, so I think basically software encoder would be the software already encode the video, but with hardware encoder, the hardware, so like I think your GPU would do that. I'm not entirely sure, I might be wrong there. You've got a bunch of other stuff that I don't understand. Now, this is like the bit rate, which, how do I describe the bit rate? Basically it kind of like determines how like blurry or like clear the video is going to be. I'm not entirely sure what bit rate means, but I know a lower bit rate means it looks all kind of like blurry and not good, and a higher bit rate means it looks less blurry, so fuzzy and better. This will basically like encode it once, but you know, it'll make it like, I'm not sure what this does, but I think when it encodes it, it makes it a little more, I'm not entirely sure what it does, but like I saw a tutorial where they kind of like did that, and I know it kind of makes it a bit unnecessary, but I like to use it because, hang on. Okay, so here it just says target bitrate, and then it says maximum bitrate, so I think it just goes with the bitrate twice, so you have a more clear image, I think. I don't know, it does something. So it might make the video a little more clearer, I don't know. I'll just use it because it doesn't really make that much of a difference whether I have it on or not. I mean, it usually takes the same amount of time when I export it. So yeah, those are all the settings. You've got like, what's under effects? You know, I'm going to look under effects. Okay. Got audio, which, you know, we're not going to get into that. You could maybe find a different video if you want that. I mean, no one's probably going to click and watch this video for like, yeah, the audio settings, but anyways. So anyways, we're going to click export, and this is probably going to take a little while. I can hear my computer fan ramping up already. So I'm going to show you how I record my audio. Normally I just go, I use this program called Audacity to record like my voice and audio. So yeah, we'll go all down. It's Audacity. Alright, say new D. I'm sorry for messing about. Yeah, it's probably going to take a while, especially because I'm recording. So yeah, I'm working up Audacity, which is this program. It basically allows me to record my voice, so I'm going to start recording. Yo, I'm recording my voice. Yay! So it's fun. It's really rambly. So if I play that back. Start recording. Yo! Okay, that's cringe. Anyways, so with that, and normally I'll add a bunch of effects to it. I'm not going to do that now because I can't remember what those effects are. I tried doing it earlier and the video got a bit too rambly, so I restarted. So, you know what, I'm just going to show you, the basics here. That's what I use to record. You can use essentially this to, okay, I don't know what that does actually. You've got this, which is like the cursor, and you can like select parts of the track, and you can like delete them, or you can copy them. So if I come here, it'll copy that there, and there'll just be some blank space between here. I mean, you're probably better off just doing this in Adobe Premiere, but I did a bit of that when I was recording my audio, just, like for fun, cutting the audio within this software. Anyways, once I've done with that, I'll usually just hit export, and I'll export it as something like an MP3. For that test. You can give it a track name, but we're not recording a song, so we're not going to do that. I'm going to close that. This is taking longer than I expected it to. I can show you the software I'm using to like record my screen. So yeah, this is OBS. It's like screen recording software, and you use it for like streaming and recording, and it's all fun and all. Yeah, this is another open source program you can get that allows you to like record your screens, record different windows. Here I've got like my mic. Here I've got which is basically the audio from my like microphone. Here I've got like my desktop, which is the audio from my desktop. So stuff like my computer. See the lines going up there to signify the branch off the audio that's coming out. It gives you a visual representation of it. You've got things here as well where you can create different scenes. So you've got like scene 2, which it's probably going to be dark for you, but essentially with new scenes is it allows you to I use this, it allows you to like either record just your like window or something. Actually, I just find this better. Like scenes are basically like profiles, and with profiles you can have different things that it records. So as you can see here, it says like desktop, but I can add other things like like I could add a different audio like source. I could add like click browser, and essentially it's just going to show a screen on it's just going to show a web page basically. As you can see, it shows like the OBS web page here. I'm not sure what web page that is, but yeah, it's basically from a website. You've got other things as well, like you could record a specific window. Like if I just wanted to record Premiere Pro, I would essentially go down to window capture, and I would, I'll name it Adobe Premiere. Normally I'm better at spelling, it's just it's a bit of pressure on me, Adobe Premiere, and then okay, I can select this, and voila, it just shows Adobe Premiere. But I'm going to remove that because it's completely unnecessary. Invisible, there we go. You can click the little eyeball things here, and it will turn that little window on and off, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Yeah, you've got other things here as well, like you can add images and all that, but you know what? This is getting a bit rambly. So, it's going to take a while, so I'll probably just end it here. Thanks for watching. Sorry, this is a bit much. I talked for way too long. Sorry, it's kind of hard to follow. I'm kind of new to this. And yeah. See you next time. Bye bye.